And we are underway from Glendale. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Throwing right away is Daniels. Got his man, and that's the rookie fourth-round pick. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
I think it all came together there. An in-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
It's complete to Brown, right side. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Now Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. Well, they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
13 more yards. That's another Washington first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. The boy showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8.
The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I haven't been a defensive coordinator yet, but think 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Daniel's going to try to sneak, and he's going to have the Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. To the air goes Daniels. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Luke McCaffrey, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Jake Moody now for the point after. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed, and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On the bootleg, it's Brissett. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's good for a Cardinals.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Out of the gun, Brissett. A short one here, caught by McBride. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make 1 more play and get my defense off the field.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll go with the keeper. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That's another Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Brissett sets to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jacoby Brissett, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now Daniel's going to keep it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
It's a gain of 11. And a Washington first down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Here's Daniels. And his throw here's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. To throw is Daniels. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Maybe the best outcome possible, an incomplete pass, because they had that wide receiver screen sniffed out very, very well. No chance of really getting that one completed, didn't you think?
Yeah, but he's still a little frustrated, shaking his head, but I'm with you. Daniels looking to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 36.
It's a gain of 20. And a Commanders first first down.
These two teams all tied after one. Now Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Daniels. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lane. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
In motion left comes Brown. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now a handoff to Rodriguez. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Touchdown! Zach Ertz from 19 yards away. And Washington has taken the lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Extra point try now for Moody. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a Zach Ertz touchdown. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. A nice little juke. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
To throw is Brissett. Short one here, caught by McBride. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Right back to him on first down. And he stopped immediately there.
He's brought down at the 39.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
With some extra bulk on that line for 3rd and inches. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's going to have the Cardinals first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may be a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Jordan McGee on the tackle.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
This is 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Jordan McGee.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line.
That's good.
A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
First and 10.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Play fake. Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Jacoby Brissett sacked.
This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Make it an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
Brissett. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
It's just been all-out pressure on this drive. They've already sacked him a couple of times, and now here, he's just forced to chuck this one away.
Washington on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and forever. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Blake
Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Pressure coming, and this looks like a short kick. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That's good.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Back to throw again. Now Daniels going to keep it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he'll be taken down at the 46.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Commander's going to burn the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt.
It's a gain of 5.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So halftime here out west, let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here. 7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
They'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Brissett. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it, and the running game is starting to pay off.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hands it off out of the gun. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
42-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them, and let's get the ball back for us.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Looking to put a drive together. And they'll begin by running the option. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Daniels. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
30-yard line.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. They go play action with Brissett. A short one here, caught by McBride.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end, and that gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. Throwing, Brissett. He'll try to pick it up himself. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
On play action, Brissett. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Second down and 8. Brissett now. Looking down, and that's complete. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Brissett again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that will lead to a third and goal. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr. from 8 yards out. And the Cardinals have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Extra point by Ryan, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all.
17.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Second down.
That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Daniels. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Quick slant to Brown. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. On the return, Dortch. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Brissett. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
That's good.
That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
3rd and 4. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Brissett sets to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Jacoby Brissett, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. So what a comeback here. They look like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a 4th quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there. They made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
24. Commanders 17.
So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over again. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Looking to put a drive together. To throw is Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against a front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
2nd and 5. Here's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
A gain of 10 yards. And a Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
They get play action. Daniels. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Throwing now is Daniels. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Daniels looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Here's Tresley now as he's on to punt for Washington. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Out of the gun, Brissett. That is incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Brissett. He'll get that complete to Harrison. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
It's a quarterback sneak. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on is the kicker, Chad Ryland, in a big spot. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now Washington down by 10, 2:25 remaining. They have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to work with, but they also need 2 scores. They've got to go quick. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football. Here's we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To the air goes Daniels. And that's complete to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly a must. It's 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
This is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. Takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll swing this out to Krosky-Merritt. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down. Back to throw. Daniels. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 15-yard line.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arms. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that 1st down run.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Again from the 15, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Now Moody for the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Cardinals.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
24.
And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. .25 seconds to go. A must recover if they're going to have any chance. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.